Have you ever met someone who lives in a modest home, drives a reliable car, rarely posts flashy vacations on Instagram, and yet seems completely unfazed by money worries? You assume they must be hiding debt, but oddly, they aren't. In fact, they are quietly wealthy. But here's the kicker: they don't broadcast it. If you feel like wealth requires you to be showy, have royalty blood, or win the lotto, you're wrong. You don't need to be a born genius or a Wall Street insider. You just need habits, mindset shifts, and consistency. Today, I'm going to show you 8 signs someone is quietly wealthy but hides it, and reveal how you can practice those same behaviors starting this month, no matter your income now. By the end, you'll see wealth not as a distant dream but a set of replicable systems. If you're committed to transforming your future, hit that subscribe button. We're here to provide the tools and motivation you need to make it happen. Let's dive in. Number 1. They let their investments do the talking. You won't hear them boasting about how much they made last quarter. Instead, their strategy is quieter, accumulating assets, not liabilities, that grow over time. They consistently buy index funds, dividend-paying ETFs, real estate, or shares of quality stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. They don't time the market. They dollar-cost average. They don't try to beat the market. They aim to be the market. Let me illustrate. Imagine 2 people, Sam and Priya. Sam tries to pick hot stocks like Nvidia or IPOs and posts his wins. Priya quietly invests $200 a month into an S&P 500 index fund and into a small rental property. Over 20 years, Sam's hit-or-miss trades average 5% annual growth, while Priya's disciplined compounding grows at 8–10%, often beating Sam in the long run. Sam might get one big win but also has big losses. Priya's curve is smoother. The next sign isn't about money at all, it's about how they live day to day. Number 2, their lifestyle doesn't match their level of wealth. They might drive a modest car, live in a normal neighborhood, wear simple clothes, and yet have multi-million-dollar portfolios behind the scenes. This mismatch is intentional. It's called stealth wealth. They understand that flaunting your status attracts unnecessary attention and pressure. Instead, they channel resources into substance, not appearance. Constantly impressing others costs. Every flashy outfit, luxury car, or extravagant dinner might cost hundreds or thousands in maintenance, insurance, upgrades, depreciation. It sets you up for keeping up. Once you display status, you must maintain it. This is a prison of perception. It frees your mind from judgment and distraction. You focus on your inner compass, not social applause. What you can do now: audit your monthly style tax, the extra you pay just to look richer than you are. Cut it by 30%. Start asking, would I buy this if nobody ever saw me? If not, don't buy it. Choose quality over flash. A well-made simple watch is better than a gaudy brand name one. Live slightly below your means, not drastically, but with enough cushion for investment. You'll free up hundreds, even thousands per year, and that capital will fuel wealth quietly. Number 3, they treat their time as an asset, not a liability. Wealthy people understand time is the ultimate currency. They don't trade it rashly, they invest it. They protect their schedule. They say no often. They create systems so that they don't have to be everywhere, every time. They delegate or automate non-core tasks, everything from bill payments to routine email replies. If you give away your time too freely, you'll never build leverage. You'll always be trading hours for dollars, and that's a trap. Track your time for 1 week. Identify tasks you hate or tasks that take too long. Ask, can I pay someone or automate this? If yes, outsource or automate. Even small costs are investments. Reverse busy culture. If someone new demands 30 minutes, ask, is this essential? Protect your deep work time. Guard breaks and rest. They're not downtime. They fuel your productivity. This shift helps you channel energy where impact is highest and quietly supercharge your growth. Sign 4 is about how they treat money, even when it's small. A small gesture reveals massive habits. Stay with me. They are obsessive with their budget, but not in a miserly way. Quietly wealthy folks aren't tightwads. They're strategic. They know exactly where every dollar goes. They budget, track, and refine the flow of cash, but without obsession over every expense. They check spending weekly, not daily anxiety, but consistent audits. They reallocate waste, credit card subscriptions they forgot, recurring services, Unused memberships. They kill what doesn't provide return. Set a discretionary budget and stick to it. At month end, redirect saved money into your investment or emergency fund. When you see the internal flow of your money, you gain power over it. Small leaks fixed become big savings, fueling your quietly wealthy engine. Number 5. They test trust carefully and don't broadcast their wealth. Quiet wealth isn't secret shame, it's intentional privacy. They don't post their net worth on social media or brag about stock picks, even when they outperform friends. Why? Because relationships built on money are fragile. Here's how they behave. They keep money conversations limited, talking about savings or investments when appropriate, not flaunting. They observe how others behave around them before revealing too much. They test trust slowly, joint ventures, shared projects, but rarely big bets with casual acquaintances. If people expect your money, they'll demand it, emotionally, socially. If they see you as rich, your authenticity becomes suspect. Keeping your wealth subtle preserves your relationships and power of choice. Practice discretion. Don't post vacation receipts, luxury car showroom visits, brag about stock trades. When friends ask, share generalities. I'm growing my portfolio, not I gained $300,000 in Apple stock. Value relationships for who they are, not what they can extract from you. The next sign is almost mystical. It's how they view wealth itself. That mindset is vital. Don't skip. Number 6. They turn setbacks into stepping stones. Quietly wealthy people don't see mistakes as failure, only as data. They are resilient, curious, and adapt quickly when things go sideways. Sarah invested in a startup during its IPO period. The stock plunged 50%. Instead of panicking, she reassessed fundamentals, refused to sell at bottom, and added a small tranche. 3 years later, it recovered 4x. A friend, meanwhile, panicked, sold, then missed the rebound. Another time, a real estate market she had entered became illiquid. She rented at cost to hold it rather than dumping at a loss. That patience paid off. Keep at least 5–10% of your capital as dry powder, money you don't mind risking or reallocating. After any loss, journal the lessons. Ask, where did I misjudge? What bias did I ignore? Set stop-loss rules in your stock or trading positions. Don't go full emotional. Avoid throwing more funds at a sinking ship. Know when to let go. This behavior is what separates someone who fluctuates in wealth from someone who grows it quietly and steadily. Sign 7 is about their circle, how they surround themselves. That part shapes nearly everything. Number 7. They choose their circle with care and curate energy. The people you spend time with shape your habits, language, and worldview. Quietly wealthy people are intentional in relationships. If you hang around people who spend, gossip about wealth, or view money as zero-sum, you'll internalize those limiting beliefs. If you spend time with thinkers, doers, you level up faster. Rahul used to hang with colleagues who loved showing off their new designer gadgets. His thinking became, go big or go broke. After joining a small investor meetup, he met people buying rental houses, investing in Amazon shares, discussing index funds. That subtle shift pushed him to commit to long-term investing. Within 2 years, his net worth tripled. Your environment matters more than you think. This sign sets the stage for consistent wealth growth. Sign 8, the final sign, is the most subtle but also the most powerful. This is how they think about impact and legacy. Number 8. They measure wealth in impact, not just dollars. The last sign. The quietly wealthy often live with purpose. They see money as a tool, not the destination. They care about impact in community, family, philanthropy, mentoring. Their aim, not just a high net worth, but a meaningful life. When you tie your wealth building to something bigger than yourself, discipline becomes easier. You're not just chasing numbers, you're building legacy. 2 investors each make $1 million in gains. One hoards, spends lavishly, and never gives. The other devotes a portion to scholarships in his hometown, mentors local startups, invests in sustainable housing. When both pass, the second is remembered, trusted, and celebrated. His name lives on, not just his bank statements. Decide your wealth with purpose cause. Could be education, community health, climate, mentoring. When your mission rides with your money, you create momentum that outlasts you. Wealth is a system, not a lottery. Patience, discipline, and consistency are your greatest assets. Start small. Reinforce one behavior at a time. When doubts arise, ask yourself, what would someone quietly wealthy do in this moment? Then do that. If you like this also, subscribe the channel, like and share the wealthy knowledge to your loved ones. See you in the next one.